Wagwan, my love. Knowledge Butterfly. As always, to you guys out, peace, blessings, love, and abundance. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this video. This video is going to be dealing with different herbs that you can utilize for to help with the female reproductive system. All right, which includes your ovaries, fallopian tube, and things of that nature. And this will definitely be beneficial for women who deal with like PMS and um, so the PMS is dealing with your mental state, mental and emotional state, and also who deal with cramps. I used to have really bad cramps when I was younger, so this would have been perfect for me when I was a teenager, but it is what it is. It's because of that experience that I've been able to gain a better understanding of my own self and even how my body ticks and functions and things of that nature. Also, it has many other benefits, helping with infertility. These herbs also help with just regulating it, menopause, and all those things are regulating it. So it's for women of all ages and women of all cycles of life. So no matter what cycle of life you're on, whether you're in the cycle to produce children or not, it's still a benefit for you. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. Um, what really made me want to do this video, I actually had been saying I was going to do this video for a while, now. Um, but today I just really felt it when I made the tea. So I'm just getting back into drinking this tea. I drank it before at the end of last year. I actually think I started drinking it around maybe August, September last year. And I've definitely seen a lot of benefits from using it. And so that's why I definitely want to share with you guys. Um, and also, of course, I'm really passionate about female reproductive health and female health as a whole because we've been dealing with gynecologists and things for years. I no longer go to one. I don't go to doctors at all. I just, you know, worked on building up my mental state so that I control um, my whole central nervous system and all of my systems, immune system and reproductive system, all the different systems of the body, because the body is full of many different systems. So when you start to learn about those different systems, you start to get a better understanding on how your body works and what works for your body and what is actually kind of toxic for your body. All right, because either something's going to be an alkaline for your body or it's going to be acidic. And so the alkaline represents the divine feminine principle, it represents the green, it represents nature. The acidity or the acid represents the masculine principle. And that's not to knock either one because I really feel you have to have a balance of both. That's why I'm not one that's on that, oh, you only got to eat greens and alkaline water and all that stuff. I've actually been there. I was at that point in my life. But that's not where I am right now. I'm in the point of finding the balance of your yin and your yang because you can't, there's a such thing as too much alkaline. All right. Now, so the tea that I made today had three herbs in it. One of them was Dong Quai, Dongquai, and the second one is wild yam, and then the third one is St. John's wort. So I'm gonna talk about each one of those herbs and the benefits of those herbs. So I found this post and I'm gonna read about it. So Dong Quai is actually native to China. It's a tonic herb with an interesting sweet and spicy flavor. It is mostly known for its effects on the female reproductive system, but it also serves as a circulatory and liver tonic, which is amazing. So for anybody who has had liver issues, my aunt actually passed last year dealing with a liver issue. For anybody who's um, had problems with over drinking, alcoholism, Dong Quai would actually be really good for you as well because it helps to detoxify your liver. Okay. So rarely used on its own, Dong Quai is often used with other herbs. It may be used over a long period of time to build and nourish your body. So it's not an herb where if you keep using it for a long period of time, it can actually poison your body. It's actually good for you to use it over a long period of time. A benefit to women of all ages, Dong Quai has been used for thousands of years to improve both menstrual and menopausal symptoms, okay, by increasing pelvic circulation, building blood and balancing hormones. So when they talk about pelvic circulation, the reason why a lot of women deal with cramps and a lot of issues in the uterus area is because it's not proper circulation. The blood is not flowing properly in that area. So especially when you're going through your menstrual cycle, so it can be a very painful experience since the blood is not circulating properly. What makes your blood circulate is oxygen. There's not a good oxygen flow in your fallopian tubes, your ovaries, and things of that nature. So it's causing issues. It also causes infertility. Okay. So what Donquay does, it helps the um, the blood start to flow properly in all areas, and mainly in the reproductive area. But as you saw, also it deals with circulation. So that's your blood circulation for your entire body. Blood circulates throughout your entire body, including from your brain to your feet. All right. So it's important. Um, and another point that I want to bring up is it actually builds your blood, okay, and it balances your hormones. A lot of women have hormonal imbalances. That's why when women are going through menopause, they go through that whole sweating and things of that nature, and that's because their hormones are imbalanced. They have a loss of proestrogen and estrogen. All right. So it may be used in long term, like I said, as well. And the long term, the longer you use it, it starts to promote fertility. But it says, but should not be used during pregnancy or heavy menstruation. So when you're pregnant, you're actually not supposed to use this herb anymore. All right. Vitex and black cohosh or other herbs often combined with Don Quay for improved female reproductive health. Black cohosh is amazing. I actually got that for two of my sisters who were dealing with um, some menopausal symptoms. Now, my younger sister feels like she's dealing with menopausal symptoms, but to be honest, most of that is Kundalini energy that's moving up. So a lot of women think they're going through menopause and it's your Kundalini rising up. All right. Much of Donquay's benefits are due to its actions on the liver and the blood. And the liver, if you do research on the liver helps to detox your blood and clean out your blood. And so if your liver is not functioning properly, your blood can, your blood will have issues. And that's literally what my aunt was going through. Her liver was imbalanced and it wasn't circulating properly, so it wasn't detoxing her blood. Now, because of these actions, it can be used to improve your liver function and increase circulation. For the liver, combine it with liver cleansers such as burdock, and I actually have had burdock root. They have dandelion. I have dandelion. They have milk thistle, or they have schisandra. What they don't have on here, which is also a good way to cleanse out your liver and your blood, is utilizing padiaco. Padiaco is it looks like red bark. I have that. It's amazing for detoxifying and cleansing your body, and it also cleanses out your colon. So it pushes makes you have bowel movement. So it actually pushes out toxins and things or stagnant feces that's been sitting in your colon. A lot of people are backed up and they need a colon cleanse, and Padiaco is one of those things that'll do that. So as a blood tonic, try using it with hawthorn, ginger, or cinnamon. And I normally put ginger in a lot of my teas because ginger is great for building up your immune system. And it also, to me, I look at ginger as something that helps speed up things. So it gives momentum to whatever you're using. And cinnamon is like a spice, so cinnamon also gives momentum. That's why when people do money spells and money rituals, they use cinnamon. It makes something sweet and it also speeds up the process, the momentum for it coming to you. So Donquay contains vitamin B12 and is high in minerals, particularly iron. And we know that iron is what? It is the base for all blood. So that's why it helps with blood circulation, and it's one of those things that is one of the best herbs for that. It is stimulating to circulation, so Donquay should not be used with blood thinning medication. So if you're on a blood thinning medication, you shouldn't use Donquay. And you can also, if you're seeing a physician, you can speak to your physician about it. And this is just talking about how you can purchase Donquay, and then they give you a women's reproductive tonic. I haven't tried it. This comes from Rosemary Gladstar's Family Herbal Book, and it's 3 parts licorice, and licorice is also amazing. 1 part burdock, 1 part Donquay, 1 part dandelion. And when they're saying parts, I'm gonna assume it means like 1 teaspoon, half a part of cinnamon, or half a teaspoon, half a teaspoon or half a part of ginger. Use 1 tablespoon per cup of water, and you simmer 2 to 30 minutes train and enjoy. What a lot of people do wrong with their teas when they're dealing with herbs, if you're dealing with something that's more like a barky type of herb, that one is going to have to, you can actually boil that. You can put it in cold water and boil that in the hot water. But when you're adding the leafy herbs, you just want to let that simmer. So it doesn't even need to boil. You put it in the already boiling water, you turn off the aisle and you allow it to put a lid on it, allow it to steep, allow it to simmer. All right. So yeah, that one is pretty good and gave some good details and information on Don Quay. I want to see if I can find something. Let's see. Ooh, indigo herbs. I'm gonna go back. I just found one I like better. I feel like that one gave a good, summary of it, but I want to see if there's something that gives you a little bit more before I move on to wild yam. And these herbs that I'm speaking of, guys, these herbs are really good for your sacral and your root chakra. All right. Now, Donquay, the Latin name is Angelica sinensis, also known as Dangqua or Dangua and Tangku or Kwa. The origin is China, Korea, and Japan. And parts used, they use the whole root. Folklore history and traditional Chinese medicine, only ginseng is more esteemed. So the only herb that's more esteemed than Dong Quai in Chinese folklore is ginseng. So it is said that in Chinese, Dong Quai means the husband returns back to his wife, hinting at its beneficial effect on sexual health. Now, know that in ancient times, the indigenous people would utilize these herbs as for magical purposes as well, not just to drink it and things of that nature. They would bathe in it, they would do rituals with it, and we had understanding of the whole herb, from its spiritual benefits to its mental, emotional, and physical benefits. As a medicinal herb, Donquay is known in many traditional healing systems, including Native American, Chinese, Ayurveda, and Campo medicine. It is traditionally used to treat high blood pressure, anemia, high blood sugar, poor circulation, and heart disease, which goes to show that it can also be used for people who are on the diabetes spectrum or who are dealing with diabetes, and who are dealing with high blood pressure and anemia. The reason why it helps with anemia, because anemia is a iron deficiency. So with this having a base of iron, this is going to help you increase your iron. All right. Traditional use in health benefits, also known as female ginseng. In the Orient, Donquay is often referred to as the empress of herbs. As such, it has been used for centuries in traditional medicine to treat a wide range of female complaints, including amenorrhea, which is absent periods, cramps, and dysmenorrhea, which is painful periods. And I went through both of those. I went through all of this that they just spoke of. Menopausal symptoms as well. So any women who are starting to deal with menopausal symptoms, even if it's premenopause, infertility, osteoporosis, and anemia. So Donquay female sexual health. This potent women's herb has the ability to regulate the estrogen levels, whether they're too high or too low, strengthening the uterus, improving uterine tone, and regulating the menstrual cycle. So what you'll notice, your menstrual cycles will start to look healthier. All right. Donquay is also a blood tonic in traditional Chinese medicine and has been shown to improve red blood cell counts, which is helpful after menstruation has ended as the blood is replenished more rapidly. It increases blood flow to the reproductive system, reducing congestion and pain. It is traditionally used for situations of stagnation such as PCOS, endometriosis, ovarian cysts, and uterine fibroids. So women dealing with uterine fibroids or ovarian cysts, Donquay is the perfect herb, one of the perfect combinations for you to utilize to start to help with that. And it's something you would drink every single day. You could drink it when you first get up, so you can replace your coffee, because I replace my coffee with tea. Starting this week, I go through my cycles, y'all. So this is like more of an alkaline process, and tea is more of an acidic process. So again, it's all about your balance. And when you start to get to know self, you start to realize your balance. So dealing with any of those issues, you are going to drink it every day. So like I said, you can drink it in the AM, and you can also drink it at nighttime before you go to sleep. Because nighttime is your body's time to repair itself. Dongquai is usually prescribed in conjunction with other herbs and TCM to treat symptoms of they say the menopause, but of menopause. A recent randomized placebo-controlled study examining the effects of Dongquai combined with chamomile found a significant difference in the relief of hot flashes. So that's telling you right now that's a great combination for any pre-menopausal women or menopausal women who are dealing with hot flashes. You can do Dongquai and chamomile. It also helps with insomnia and fatigue between the treatment and placebo groups. And we know that when a woman is dealing with hot flashes, she does not sleep well. All right, so she is going to be fatigued. All right, the researchers concluded that treatment of menopausal symptoms was effective and without any side effects. So without the side effects of the things that they prescribe women, you can just use Dongquai and chamomile. Chamomile actually has relaxing properties, so it helps you sleep. Bone health, especially affecting menopausal and postmenopausal women, osteoporosis can be due in part to the stark drop in estrogen levels that accompanies the menopause. Research suggests that Dongquai helps to strengthen bones by stimulating bone cells to form bones. In an in vitro study published in 2002, Dongquai was found to exert a bone reformation effect on human bone cells. Using Dongquai extract on osteoblast precursor cells, an essential component involved in bone formation. The herb stimulated bone remodeling by enhancing protein secretion and collagen synthesis of bone tissue. And we know that collagen is a huge factor in your bone growth. My niece is only 19 months, and of course, every time I look at her, or not every time I look at her, she always reminds me, I should say, of the process of early bone growth and how your bones have not really solidified. And that's why little children are so fucking flexible. They can just bend their legs all the way back and things like that. We have that as well, but we have to get back to that because we lost it because we didn't continue to work those muscles. So that muscle memory is dormant. Remember, muscle memory is water. All memory is water. So digestive health. This versatile herb has been found to have a gastroprotective effect, protecting the layer of mucus that covers the digestive tract from an overproduction of stomach acid. So if you have been overly eating acidic foods, this is why when you first start going to consciousness, you start to detox your body. So a lot of us become vegan because we have been on the other spectrum, which has been eating all these acidic foods, which has been killing the mucus layer that helps our aids in our digestive system. All right, so you start eating these alkaline foods, which is building back up that layer. And so this particular herb can actually help you build back up the layer. So it says when this layer is diminished by excess stomach acid, it can lead to chronic inflammation of the gastrointestinal tract, which, people be dealing with acid reflux and things of that nature. This herb can help with that. All right. Where was I? If left untreated, small tears in the stomach and small intestine will develop. These are more commonly known as peptic ulcers. So this is showing you where your ulcers come from. Ulcers are created when the mucus layer in your digestive tract and your stomach and everything is deteriorated, and then it starts getting holes or tears in it. So this herb helps build that layer back up. Dongquai is a potent anti-inflammatory, which can prevent these lesions from forming in the first place. Studies show that it can also prevent damage to the mucus layer in the digestive tract for up to 12 hours after ingestion. Heart health. The way Dongquai can contribute to heart health is twofold. Firstly, it contains active compounds that increase the cardiac rest period between heartbeats and relax blood pressure inside the arteries, which in turn helps to increase blood flow. Research indicates that Dongquai reduces the formation of plaque in the blood vessel walls. And we know the plaque building up in your blood vessel walls, I'm just going to stop right there, is what causes for your blood vessels to strain because your heart is trying to pump and the blood is trying to move through the blood vessels. But when it starts to build up plaque layers, it is unable to move. And so it creates almost like what they call like a blood clot or whatever. And this is why people have heart attacks and things of that nature, because the blood is not able to flow properly in your heart vessels. All right. And I haven't even read this, and I just see now it's talking about heart attacks. So let me get back into it. I'm going to reread this sentence. Research indicates that Dongquai reduces the formation of plaque in the blood vessel walls, potentially working as a preventative agent against atherosclerosis, myocardial infarction, which is a heart attack, and hypertension. Hypertension is really stress, and stress causes high blood pressure. So it's telling you that it's helping you with high blood pressure and heart attacks. It can help prevent those things. Secondly, Donquay has been found to reduce dangerous cholesterol levels and triglycerides. Decreasing cholesterol levels is an effective way to reduce the risk of heart disease and support better heart health. So where a lot of people will talk about eat oatmeal and those things, and not saying that don't work, but Donquay is one of those things you can utilize as a preventative measure as well. All right. They give you some precautions, what not to take it with. Of course, you shouldn't be using it if you're pregnant because it can cause a miscarriage, as well as you shouldn't be drinking it if you're breastfeeding. All right. And it tells you that very rarely, but it could cause difficulty breathing, bloating, loss of appetite, nausea, vomiting, or weakness. I found that a lot of this stuff happens when your body's going through a detox. So people get scared when these symptoms arise. Oh, you're nauseous, or you have a loss of appetite, you're vomiting, you're weak. That literally is your body dispelling all of the shit that you have placed in it that was causing the weakness and the illness or the dis-ease in it. But definitely you can consult your physician if you still see a physician or herbalist or whoever you deal with, and they can give you more information on that. And also if you're taking other medications so it doesn't counteract, all right, with one another. Now we're going to get into wild yam. This is the second herb I had in my tea. The other names are American yam, Atlantic yam, barbasco, China root, Chinese yam, colic root, devil's bones, DHEA natural, and it has some other names that it goes by. Oh, a lot of other names. Goodness. What you can see here, including Mexican yam. I'm not going to go through all these names, but it has Dioscorea on that. It makes me think of Dionysus, which makes me think of fertility. Dionysus to me is like a fertility god, all right? He's high on partying and sex and drinking and stuff of that nature. All right, so wild yam, the overview. Wild yam is a plant. It contains a chemical called diosgenin. This chemical can be made in the laboratory into various steroids such as estrogen and the hydroepiandrosterone, which is called DHEA for short. The root and the bulb of the plant are used as a source of diosgenin, which is prepared as an extract, a liquid that contains concentrated diosgenin. There are over 600 species of wild yam. Some species are grown specifically as a source of diosgenin for laboratories to use in making steroids. These species are generally not eaten due to a bitter flavor. Only about 12 of the 600 species are considered edible. Diosgenin or wild yam is often promoted as a natural alternative, but I think alternative to estrogen therapy. So you will see it used for estrogen replacement therapy, vaginal dryness in older women, PMS or premenstrual syndrome, menstrual cramps, weak bones, which is osteoporosis. And look at this pop up right here. I really hate this. This is why I'm going to have to switch to a Mac. I am not a fan, even though that dress is beautiful, I am not a fan of how these pop-ups come up into play. No, thank you. Come up to play, especially when I'm doing a video. It's one thing if I'm reading some information. If I'm doing a video, I want to get right to the bullet points or whatever. And this actually prolongs the video when you have stuff like that. All right. Why is this advertisement still up here? It'll go away eventually. So, weak bones, osteoporosis, increasing energy and sexual drive in men and women. So wild yam is great for both, and breast enlargement. All right. Wild yam does seem to have some estrogen-like activity, but it is not actually converted into estrogen in the body. It takes a laboratory to do that, so they say. Similarly, you will also see wild yam and diosgenin promoted as a natural DHEA. This is because in the laboratory, DHEA is made from diosgenin, but this chemical reaction is not believed to occur in the human body. So this is a lie. So anything that they can create in the laboratory, your body can do it and do it even better. So taking wild yam extract will not increase DHEA levels in people. Individuals who are interested in taking DHEA should avoid wild yam products labeled as natural DHEA. Wild yam is also used for treating a disorder of the intestines called diverticulosis, gallbladder pain, rheumatoid arthritis, and for increasing energy. So if you're dealing with arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, you can take wild yam. Some women apply wild yam cream to their skin to reduce menopausal symptoms such as hot flashes. So again, this works for hot flashes as well. They have some uses and things of that nature. I don't even know if I want to stay on this page because it's moving so slow. Goodness. So again, it's talking about menopausal symptoms, and it talks about you using it as a cream, but as well you can drink it as a tea, and that's going directly in. That's more of an inward. I am a promoter of going in to fix the out and not the reverse, not the outside in, because that's literally dealing with the symptom, the surface level, not dealing with what the cause of it is, and the cause is inside. So they're going to tell you that it's not sufficient evidence for these things because this is WebMD, but it can be used as a natural alternative for estrogen therapy. It can be used for postmenopausal vaginal dryness. It can be used to treat PMS for weak bones. It can be used to increase your energy and sexual desire in men and women. It can be used for gallbladder problems. It can be used for painful menstrual periods, rheumatoid arthritis, infertility, menstrual disorders, and other conditions. All right. Oh, I want to close out this. I'm going to close out this page because it's so slow. Now, I also have WebMD for the St. John's wort, so it might do the same thing. This is the last one I want to go over. Then I need to wake up my baby girl. My baby girl was so excited to see me today. She was like moving her head like this and everything. My niece was like, "Girl, she almost broke her neck trying to see you and get to you." I was like, "Look at this baby." So St. John's wort is also called amber, amber touch and heal, barb de St. John, chase diable, demon chaser, fuga daemonon, goatweed. So that's telling you that this also is using magical purposes to deal with your demons, your inner demons. All right, demons come from the inside, guys. It's in your mind. All right, we create our own demons. That's why the scary movies and everything, they're always dealing with the darkness and what's happening in the darkness and the boogeyman. Boogeyman's in your mind. So St. John's wort is a plant with yellow star-shaped flowers and 5 petals that grows in Europe, North and South America, Australia, New Zealand, and Eastern Asia. The plant grows in sunny, well-drained areas. It grows to be 50 to 100 centimeters tall. St. John's wort might cause serious interactions with some medications. So that means that you need to talk to your doctor before you use it. St. John's wort, because you might be on medication and combine it with other things. St. John's wort is most commonly used for the blues or depression and symptoms that sometimes go along with moods such as nervousness, tiredness, poor appetite, and trouble sleeping. So if you're dealing with depression, this is an herb that you can look into taking. St. John's wort is also used for symptoms of menopause, such as hot flashes and mood changes, which means it can also be utilized for PMS as well, because anytime you're dealing with mood changes, you can utilize it for that. This WebMD, let me see if I can find a better one. I really want to just see, and it says right there it can be used for PMS, but then they weren't even showing it. They weren't even showing it on there. Let's try MountSinai.org hospital, Mount Sinai, but it's cool. And this is talking about the history dating back to ancient Greece, where it was used for a range of illnesses, including various nervous disorders. It also has antibacterial properties, antioxidant properties, and antiviral properties. It's also an anti-inflammatory. It can be applied to your skin to help heal wounds and burns. And it's talking about how it can treat depression, which I talked about in the previous, from the previous site I was on. And this talks about that the reason it does that is because it boosts your serotonin levels. Serotonin is like your happy juice. It's like a happy chemical. And I'm actually going to post to my Heal Soul page the different chemicals that I was talking about in one of my videos yesterday, the different chemicals of the body that are produced by your organs. Your organs they produce different chemicals. And these chemicals are being fed on by your energy systems, by your chakras, but it's also being fed on vampirically, not just from your chakras, but vampirically from what people call energy vampires. All right. So what does it treat? It treats premenstrual syndrome, PMS. We talked about that. It helps treat menopause, which you can combine with black cohosh. You can also combine with Don Quay. Seasonal affective disorder. It has been used to improve the mood with people and depression. Again, that deals with because it increases serotonin in your body. Serotonin is something that's produced by your pineal gland. Now, eczema, wounds, minor burns, and hemorrhoids. So if you're dealing with skin issues like eczema, you can drink this as a tea and keep drinking it as a tea until you start seeing signs of it clearing it up. You can also keep it in your routine. It also obsessive compulsive disorder or social phobias. You can utilize this to help you become more social. All right. And I feel like that serotonin also helps with that because it's like a happy juice. It makes you want to connect with other people, makes you want to have fun. Talks about how you can make it a tincture, a tea. You can take it in capsules and tablets, which you can order online to do as well. Let's see what it talks about. Pregnancy. It's saying that St. John's wort, the concerns is that it may affect, it says interfere with getting pregnant or make infertility worse. But because it's actually dealing with menopausal symptoms and things of that nature, and also deals with PMS, this could be a factor and stuff, especially when you use it with Dunquay, and Dunquay is something that helps you with fertility. So it's saying women who are pregnant, trying to get pregnant or breastfeeding should not take St. John's wort. But so definitely don't take it during pregnancy. Don't take it if you're trying to get pregnant, and don't take it if you're breastfeeding. But if you're literally working on the things that I talked about, the PMS and dealing with menopause, is something that you can take for a period of time to help you get that together. But the wild yam and the Dunquay are perfect for anyone who's dealing with fertility issues and who are working to try to get pregnant. But once you get pregnant, you want to cut off the Dunquay. So that's it, guys. That's all I really wanted to share with you guys. I hope this information was beneficial for you. Again, this is herbs that you can use to help boost your sacral chakra and make it healthy and balance it, and also to help balance your root chakra. All right. And then also Dunquay helps with balancing your heart chakra and your solar plexus. And the solar plexus, because it's helping with your liver function. All right. All right, guys. So I'm going to end the video on that note. I really hope this information helped you. You guys can follow me on my social media pages. I have a Knowledge Butterfly Instagram and Facebook page you can follow. I also have a Heal Soul Instagram and Facebook page. My Heal Soul Facebook page is where you can book your free consultations, and you can also book a session with me as well. The free 15-minute consultation is just for me to tell you how the process works and what I'm going to do in the 30-minute distance Reiki session, what that looks like. So you can feel free to contact me on my Facebook page for that. You can also inbox me on my Instagram page for more information as well, so we can book a consultation or a free consultation. If you find this information to be helpful, any of my videos to be helpful, please send a donation via CashApp, or you can send it to PayPal. And that donation is really just sending me a love donation. It's a heart chakra thing for me. And anytime you're giving to somebody from a heart chakra space, you're actually creating a vortex in your heart chakra of love, of unconditional love, and also of giving, because the heart chakra is giving up people unconditionally, giving up your love unconditionally. All right. So like I said, I'm going to end the video on that note. I really appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Peace, guys. Stop sharing at this very moment and in my video. Peace, y'all.